for us here as she's going to be pitching for the Wildcats. And this will be the Magic of 2013 Shawnee. Sid Woods, Kalani Downs, and Abby Hankins all on deck to start off batting. Wildcats will be the home team for this particular game, but once again, just pool play games. So usually what they do in these situations is we go 60 minutes. We started here at 10:47. I already love the umpires. They're already a good time, so I'm pretty excited today. They told us to make sure we capture their good side, so we'll see. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike one. Sid Wood batting for the Magic. Second pitch on the way, outside for ball. So 1-1 the count to Sid Wood. As I mentioned, nice turf fields, as you can see. I think they have three fields here in this complex, but a really nice little kid area behind us for all the siblings to play at today. Bunt attempt there from Sid. Rolls foul for strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Umpire doing a great job letting us know the count, which we always appreciate. Pitch on the way. Swung down the third baseline to Elena Driscoll. Bobbled, and she's going to arrive safely on one. That'll bring up Kalani Downs. Another bunt attempt. That'll be strike one. Nice pitch from Stella. So Kalani Downs in the batter's box for the Magic with 1 on. No outs. Ball too high. That's called a strike, though, as she didn't pick her bat up in time. Throw to 2. Not quite in time as the runner is safe. No balls, 2 strikes. The count to Kalani Downs. Pitch on the way. Inside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Kalani Downs. Runner on 2 for the Magic. That's Sid Wood back there. Outside for ball 2. So 2-2 the count to Kalani Downs. Wildcats facing off against the Magic here in the Midwest City Tournament. 6 teams in total here in this tournament. Ball too high for ball 3. So now we're at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kalani.
Take a breath, Stella. You got it.
There's strike 3. Oh my! This umpire's my new favorite thing. So 1 down for the Wildcats. No score here. Magic batting first. Inside. Called for ball 1. Pitch on the way. Outside for ball 2. Pitch on the way. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. To Abby Hankins. Pitch on the way. That one's knocked up to the second baseman, Hadley. Hadley rips it over to Lanier. Lanier for the out. So Wildcats with 2 outs and a runner on third as Cadence Carrier comes up to bat for the Magic. Ball 1. Two outs, runner on third for the Magic. Pitch on the way from Malik. That one's called high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Cadence Carrier. Ball outside. Two balls, no strikes to Cadence Carrier. Runner on third for the Magic in scoring position. 2 outs.
Relax, Stella. Take a breath.
And Carrier will take a base. That'll bring up Abby Murray for the Magic. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Wildcats just 1 away here. Swing and a miss. Runner heads to 2. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Abby Murray. No balls, 2 strikes the count with 2 outs, no score.
Hey, one more. Take a breath.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Abby Murray. That one's called a strike. So that's 3. Wildcats get the 3rd out there. Some great pitching from Stella Malwick, that is. So at the end of the first, Magic get a couple of hits, but no runs across the plate. And the Wildcats will have an opportunity to bat here. Lineup for the Wildcats today will be Hadley, Payson, Elena, Peyton, Devin, Kinsley, Kyler, Crossley, Corey, Sadie, and Stella will wrap up the lineup for the Wildcats. A little windy, but not too bad here. Shows to be 56. As I mentioned, the high of only 60 at best today. Going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow, partly cloudy. High of 66 as we finish up the tournament. We have 1 pool play game tomorrow morning, and then we'll start tournament play, which is single elimination. So I believe that first pool play game's around 10 o'clock tomorrow. So it'll be cloudy. High of 66 tomorrow, winds from the northeast at 5 to 10. Today, cloudy and cooler with a high of only 59. Thought we were going to get some rain earlier. It kept acting like it was going to rain across Oklahoma City, but most of those rain chances have fizzled out thus far. Here in Midwest City this weekend, tournament with 6 teams. Oklahoma Outrage from Jinx in this tournament, along with the Oklahoma Rain from Cashin. Shawnee Hawks from here in Shawnee, and then the Weatherford Heat. Pitching today for the Magic will be Abby Murray. Throwing a few warm-ups here. As I mentioned, the first 3 will be Hadley, Payson, and Elena for the Wildcats. Umpire's like, ball's in. And they just kept pitching, so he's like, tell him it's coming down. There we go. Now we'll go balls in. So Hadley French to start things off for the Wildcats. Wildcats the home team in this particular pool play game.
Here we go, Hadley.
Won't play again until tonight at 5:15. Pitch on the way. Tipped back. That'll be called strike 1.
Here we go, Hadley.
So Hadley steps in. Abby Murray, the pitcher for the Magic. Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball. 1-1 the count. No outs, no score here at this first game, the Midwest City tournament. Heading to Elk City next weekend for a Wildcat tournament. Back to my old stomping grounds as I graduated from Canute. Bunt attempt by Hadley. What a beautiful bunt. Sends it right down the third base line, way thrown over. So Hadley will arrive safely after a pretty bunt. That'll bring up Payson Mormon for the Wildcats. Some of the Wildcats have their hoodies on. Some of the Wildcats have sleeves on. Some of the Wildcats are not even cold at all.
Here we go, Payson.
So Payson will step in with Hadley on first. She'll attempt a bunt, but throw it over to second. Goes into... Drops the ball, went to second, thrown out at first, but she dropped it. So now runners on first and third for the Wildcats, safe. So Hadley on third, Payson on two.
Let's go, Elena.
That'll bring up Elena Driscoll. Pitch on the way, outside, gets away from the catcher, and Payson will advance to two. Sid Wood, the catcher for the Oklahoma Magic. Magic, a team out of Shawnee. Pitch on the way to Driscoll. Too high for a ball. Runners on second and third. Payson's back there on two for the Wildcats, while Hadley French on third in scoring position. Pitch on the way to Driscoll. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count to Elena Driscoll. No outs. Runners on second and third for the Wildcats. Inside for a ball.
Here we go, Elena. Here we go, Wildcat!
Pitch on the way to Driscoll. She'll knock that one down the first baseline. Bobbled, but she keeps her foot on the bag for out number 1, but not before Hadley French gets across the plate for the Wildcats, and Payson Mormon rolls in as well. So Elena with a couple of RBIs there. That'll bring up Peyton Johnson, PJ for the Wildcats. 0-2 the score now as Wildcats got 2 across the plate there. 1 out. Pitch on the way, too high for a ball. As I mentioned, really nice fields here at Midwest City, all turf. We're sitting right behind the plate here. They've got us a nice little table set up and everything.
Here we go, PJ. Make it good, PJ. Take it for a run.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Abby Murray, the pitcher for the Magic. Sid Wood, the catcher.
Watch it in.
PJ looking for a big hit right here for the Wildcats. Outside for a ball.
Head down, watch it.
Pitch on the way.
Good.
Called inside for a ball. Is that our scoreboard out there? Is that for this field, our scoreboard? We don't know. We have a scoreboard. It's not doing anything right now. He may adjust it at the end. Pitch on the way. Oh, high pop fly up behind the catcher for a foul. Go Wildcats, go Wildcats, go. We did start this game at 10:47. 2-2 the count to PJ.
Gotta be good.
0-2 Wildcats on top. Strike 3, but dropped the ball, so she's going to run to first and gets there in time. So drop strike 3. That'll bring in Devin Poff to bat for the Wildcats. So Devin steps in. Runner on first is PJ. Pitch on the way. Outside, gets away from the catcher. She's going to make the throw back to the pitcher as PJ arrives safely on 2. One down, 0-2 the score. Swing and a miss to Poff.
There you go, Devin. You got it. Watch it.
Devin in the batter's box. Inside pitch for a ball.
Good eye, Devin.
PJ's back there on 2, looking to take third. Wildcats on top 2-0 over the Magic. Outside, called for a ball. 2-1 the count to Devin Poff.
There you go, Devin.
Pitch is knocked far into right field, right between right and center, so Devin gets a nice base hit, and PJ will roll around for a score. That'll bring it up to 3 for the Wildcats with 1 out, so Devin with a nice hit over the second baseman's head. So obstruction was called on who? Oh, okay. So the first baseman was in the way there, allowed Devin to get to 2, so that's why she's back there. She was standing in front of the base, so Devin couldn't get there in time. That'll bring up KJ. Kinsley Johnson will step out for just a minute. Waiting for our umpire to get back in place there. So KJ will step back in. 1 out, 0-3, swing and a miss there. Once again, the Wildcats will be playing tonight, but not until 5:15, so we've got a really long break after this game. Inside, called for a ball, and Devin rounds third. So now Devin in scoring position for the Wildcats with a 1-1 count to Kinsley Johnson. That one's called too low for a ball to KJ. 2-1 the count.
There you go, KJ.
She'll knock that one down the first base line. It'll roll foul. Devin will have to run back. 1 out, 3-0 the score. Wildcats lead over the Magic.
It's gotta be good. Keep an eye on it.
Inside for a ball. 2-2 the count to KJ.
Head down, babe.
That one's too high. She thought about it but laid off it, so she will take a walk.
She wanted to swing at that one.
Here comes Kyler Taylor in the lineup for the Wildcats today. Runners on the corners. She'll knock that one to the shortstop. Hits off her glove, though, and Devin gets across the plate for run number 4.
Hey, towards the catcher, spread your feet out.
Here comes Crossley Marple.
Head down, babe, head down.
Runners on first and second for the Wildcats. Pitch inside for ball 1.
Head down, watch the ball, babe.
Pitch on the way.
Good.
Outside for a ball. All runners will advance for the Wildcats.
Good job, Cross. Hey, keep your head down, watch it, okay? Remember, twist your feet, let's go.
Crossley Marple batting for the Wildcats. Pitch on the way.
Good eye.
Outside for a ball.
Hey, it's gotta be good, Cross, all right?
So Cross will step back in with runners on first and second for the Wildcats.
Good.
It's called outside, and Crossley will take a walk. So bases loaded here as Corey Burson heads to the batter's box. Crossley over there on first, Kyler's on second, and KJ on third. Corey's come up with some big base hits for the Wildcats in previous games. First pitch on the way, outside for a ball. Runners will stay though.
Go back!
Here comes Corey back into the batter's box. Ball 1. No strikes. 0-4. Foul tip back to me. Wildcats lead 4-0. Runners on second and third get across the bag. We'll switch it up because you only get 6 each time. Games are 60 minutes long. We started at 10:47 this morning, so started a little bit early. We actually weren't supposed to play till 11. That one's inside. Gets away from the catcher. Down and safe. So nice slide from KJ Johnson. That'll put run number 5 on the board for the Wildcats. Magic's going to take just a minute to talk about it. So the Wildcats have been swinging the bats, which is very helpful. Also, the Magic made a couple of small errors that allowed the Wildcats to stay on base, and so they are ahead 0-5 here in the bottom of the first inning. Abby Murray is the pitcher for the Magic. Sid Wood, the catcher. Not sure if we're making a change or... Yep, I think we are. I think we're going to make a pitching change right here for the Magic. So they're going to bring their left fielder in to warm up. I believe for the catcher, not a pitching change, it's a catching change, excuse me. So we'll wait to get the catching gear on for the new catcher for the Magic. As I mentioned, lots of clouds in the sky today, a little bit cooler and windy, and we're playing on a field right now that faces the east, so the wind is coming in here, but it's about 10 to 15. It's not too terrible today. It's supposed to be nicer, actually, tomorrow, with a high of 66, winds from the northeast at 5 to 10, and then tonight we're looking at partly cloudy skies, a low of 43. As I mentioned, we're playing in Midwest City this weekend, headed to Elk City next weekend. So you'll just drive on down I-40. Fields are really nice in Elk City now. I remember when I played on the fields in Elk City, and they've done a lot of improvements out there now. Of course, I only played slow pitch, which is, I guess, the sad form of fast pitch. We didn't start fast pitch in Canute until I was about to graduate, and I wasn't going to try to learn a whole new way to pitch. So just pass that on to Cross, I guess. So I believe coming in to catch will be Piper Ross. So Abby's still going to be the pitcher, but Piper now going to be the catcher. We only changed the catcher, right? Okay. Just didn't know if we were going to take warm-up pitches or not. 60 minutes long in pool play. That's how long the games are. We started this one at 10:47. I see the scorekeeper thing over there, but it has not run any time down. I show it to be 11:12 right now. So Corey will still be back up to bat. And Abby Murray will still be pitching. So we'll go back to play. Corey Burson will step back into the batter's box for the Wildcats. So 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Corey Burson. Pitch on the way to Corey. Outside for a ball. Runners on second and third for the Wildcats. Kyler is over there on third. Crossley back on 2. Once again, we just need 1 across the plate, and we'll switch it up here. The Wildcats are on top 5-0. Foul tip back. Two and 2 the count to Corey Burson.
Hey, full count, Corey. It's gonna be good.
Corey back in the batter's box. Pitch on the way. She'll sling that one up to the pitcher. Pitcher bobbles it just a little bit, tries to throw it home, but we get under the tag as Kyler Taylor with a fantastic tag there. And that will be 6 runs, so we'll switch it up. So the Wildcats get 6 on the board with some really nice batting today. We'll also take a couple of errors that the Magic gave us. Wildcats have done a good job sliding into the bases and sliding into home plate right underneath those tags, so that made it nice as well. Oh, we're gonna adjust the time clock. Yay! We have a scoreboard. You guys don't know the little things we get excited about here. Like when we come to facilities and the bathrooms are close, it's like the best day ever for us. Or if we come over and they have a scoreboard, yay. Like it's the little things that we get so excited about. And this is a really, really nice complex. I've never been out here before. I've been to a different complex in Midwest City that was dirt fields, but these are all turf. Like I mentioned, there's such a nice little playground right behind us for the littles to play. All the siblings that get drugged to these softball games with their older siblings, they've got a nice little place to play. It's all covered so they won't get sunburned when they're out there. A couple of slides in play. It's really, really nice. And the bathrooms are just right there, you guys. So nice. We didn't even have to pull out the weather pod today. It's a little bit windy, but the sun is just trying to peek out. Blue, I'm loving the Magic strike. Yeah. Because then I know you're serious. All right, we're going to get back to play. I was just complimenting the umpire on his, when you strike out, you know it, because he lets you know, and I love that. And I also love the fact that he lets everybody know the count, so that way the players know and I know. Pitch on the way from Malwick, swing and a miss. This is Braylee Chance batting for the Oklahoma Magic. So no balls, 1 strike, the count to Braylee. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Nice pitching from Stella Malwick today. No outs, scores 6-0. Wildcats on top. Swing and a miss for out number 1. Third strikeout on the day for Stella Malwick. That'll bring up Lily Stewart for the Magic. Magic, a team out of Shawnee, Oklahoma. Bunt attempts. No, that'll be ball 1. Lily Stewart. Pitch on the way. Bunt fouls. Elena Driscoll will come pick it back up. So I believe the count will be 1-1 now here to Lily. Stella gets ready. Another bunt attempt will go back foul.
Better block with your body, PJ. $1.
Pitch on the way, outside for a ball. So 2-2 the count here. 1 out. Swing and a miss. And that will be out number 2.
Good catch, PJ.
Strikeout number 4 for Stella Malwick today. That's going to bring up Piper Ross, number 5 for the Oklahoma Magic. Pitch on the way, inside, hit her right in the knee. So she's going to walk it off and travel on to first. So the Wildcats will take a knee and see if Piper is going to be all right. She's walking it off down the first baseline a little bit. Hit her right in the knee. So you know that had to smart just a little bit. She looks like she's going to be okay, though. So she does a good job there. So 2 outs with runner on first. Wildcats lead 6-0. This is Abby Green batting. She'll foul tip that one back to us. Pitch on the way. Swung back to the pitcher. Stella catches it, throws it over to first for out number 3. So no runs put up on the board there for the Magic. This will be the bottom of the second that we're coming back to. Wildcats on top 6-0. About 56 here in Midwest City. High of 60 expected. Tonight, cloudy skies and 43. Once again, the Wildcats have a pretty long break. They'll play today, and then they won't come back and play again until tonight at 5:15, where they'll face off against the Oklahoma Rain from Cashin, Oklahoma. Our umpire's got some good dancing skills, so.
We got that on camera.
So you guys can see him dancing, I think. There we go. That's how you get viral on TikTok, right?
That was 2.5 years ago, and I was 340 pounds. My butt was about that big then, so.
Sadie Lanier will be starting things off for the Wildcats, followed by Stella Malwick and Hadley. That will go back to the top of the lineup. So Sadie and Stella, Hadley, then Payson and Elena all on deck for the Wildcats. Wildcats on top 6-0. Lanier getting her timing, and now she's ready. So here comes Sadie Lanier into the batter's box. Abby Murray still the pitcher. She'll foul tip that one back to us. Rolls back, it's umpire in the foot there. So 0-1 the count to Sadie. That one's outside for strike 2. So 0-2 the count to Sadie. That one's outside for a ball. Ball gets back to the pitcher, Lanier. In the batter's box for the Wildcats. That one's inside. She'll swing at that one. For strike 3 and out number 1 for the Wildcats. Here comes the pitcher, Stella Malwick, entering the batter's box for the Wildcats.
Go, Stella, head down.
One out. She slings that one over to first base. It'll roll foul. Ball gets back to the pitcher. Winds from the east today. Ball hit up high. Catcher drops it, so Stella will arrive at 1, but it is called a foul ball, so she'll come on back.
Head down, Stella. Let's go.
Back in the box. 0-2 the count to Stella. She'll sling that one over to second base. Second base waiting. Scoops it up. Throws it over to 1 for out number 2. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup as Hadley French steps in for the Wildcats. Second baseman Hadley French. Pitch on the way, outside for a ball. Once again, games are 60 minutes long. I show it to be 11:24. We started at 10:47. Hadley's sling that one over the second base. Second base makes the catch for out number 3. So after 2 full innings, Wildcats leave no one on, and they still lead 6-0 here in this Midwest City tournament. Wildcats with a pretty big break after this game. This is game 1 of pool play. They'll play game 2 of pool play tonight at 5:15. They'll face off against the Rain team from Cashin. I believe there's a former teammate on the Cashin team for the Wildcats, so we'll get to visit with them tonight. That game at 5:15 once again, and then our final pool play game is tomorrow morning. I think that's at 10. And then after that, we'll go into tournament play, and it is single elimination, so you lose, you go home the rest of the day tomorrow. Sun has decided to show its face here in Midwest City today. As I mentioned, I thought we were going to get rain today. They said we were going to get rain all week, and then it just kind of dissipated, never actually happened. I think some of the states getting rain, maybe in the far eastern portions. But that's about it for today. It's been an unusually cooler April. I feel like you guys always hear me talking about it being cold, and it has been. Like, it's been cold and windy for most of the places that we've been playing. As I mentioned, we go to Elk City next weekend. We have never played in Elk City before, so that's going to be fun. Going to get back to my old stomping grounds. I know the Taylors will be there as well.
Here we go, Stella.
So Malwick with the first pitch on the way. Called outside for a ball. This is Kinsey Eskew batting. Bunt attempt for strike 1. Kinsey Eskew waiting for the sign from her coach. She'll step back in. Ball outside. 2-1 the count to Kinsey Eskew. That one's called outside for a ball. It's 3-1 the count to Eskew. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Eskew the batter for the Magic. Stella pitching for the Wildcats in this game 1. Swing and a miss for out number 1. That'll bring up Sophia Waybright for the Magic with 1 out. 6-0 the score. Wildcats on top. That one's inside for ball 1. Second pitch on the way. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here to Sophia Waybright. Outside for ball 3. Foul tip back to us. 2-1 the count to Sophia Waybright. Inside. Ball 4. That'll bring the Magic back to the top of their lineup with Sid Wood, Kalani Downs, and Abby Hankins all on deck. Sid Wood started off as the catcher for the game. That one's called outside for a ball. PJ runs the runner back to one. 6-0 the score. Wildcats on top. Inside for a ball. So 2-0 the count to Sid Wood. Oop, and we hit Sid Wood, it looks like in the elbow there. So we'll let Sid Wood walk it off here as the Wildcats take a knee, make sure she's okay. Looks like she's going to be all right. So she'll step up, get back on first base. Okay, she says she's all right. So that'll bring up Kalani Downs, who struck out at her last bat. Pitch on the way, outside for ball one. Kalani Downs. Pitch on the way, outside for ball two. PJ's going to go visit with Stella. Get on the same page there. Give her a little bit of encouragement. Wildcats have one out. They lead 6-0. Started this game about 10:47. All pool play games, 60 minutes long. And the way it usually works is if whoever's just batting, once that time expires, the time expires. So we don't keep going. We don't let the home team bat. We don't do all of those things. We just time expires, and that's the end of that. What was she saying? Swing and a miss. So Kalani Downs here batting for the Magic. Wildcats with one out. Swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikes there from Malwick. Pitch on the way. Called for a ball. So 2 strikes here on Kalani Downs. Inside for a ball. And Kalani Downs will take a walk. So runners on first, second, and third for the Magic here is Abby Hankins. She hit to second, got thrown out her last at bat. That'll be called ball one. There's a good strike. So 1-1 the count here to Abby Hankins. She grounded out to second her last at bat. Too high for a ball there. Pitch on the way. Strike. I keep getting weird leaves and tumbleweeds blown into my screen here. Stella on the way. Too high for a ball. So 2-2 the count here to Abby Hankins. Bases loaded. Wildcats lead 6-0. Strike 3. So there's out number 2 for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Cadence Carrier. She walked her last at bat. Ball outside. Wildcats just need one more out here, as they have two. That one's called inside for a ball. So 2-0 the count here to Cadence Carrier. She walked her last at bat.
Hey, relax. Let's go.
There's a swing and a miss from Malwick. So 2-1 the count here to Cadence. Outside for a ball. Cadence Carrier here for the Magic. There's a strike. So Cadence Carrier will step back in here, see what she's going to do. Wildcats with 2 outs. Strike 3. Okay, come here. We're getting ready to... We probably won't. We'll probably go eat lunch after this. The Wildcats will come back with an opportunity to bat here. Payson, I believe, will lead off for the Wildcats, followed by Elena and Peyton. TJ. If the wind wasn't blowing, it would be a nice day. It would be really nice here. But don't we always just say that in Oklahoma? I feel like we do. If the wind wasn't blowing in Oklahoma, but I don't even know that that's a thing most of the time. It will be this summer when it's like 107 and I'll be crying. Let the wind blow. Blow. Pitch on the way. Just little warm-up pitches. Abby Murray is still pitching for the Magic, while Piper Ross is the catcher. So as we go back here, Payson will lead it off for the Wildcats. Pitch on the way to Payson. Foul tip back to the net. Payson Moorman will step back in. Pitch on the way. She'll knock that one over to third base. Over the third baseman's head for a drop-in base hit. Payson makes it safely to 2 off a nice little hit, and then they did not make the throw to first, so she said, I'll take 2, and she does. That'll bring up Elena Driscoll. No outs, 6-0 the score. Wildcats on top. Inside for ball 1. Payson easily travels to 3. Elena Driscoll batting. Pitch on the way. She'll knock that one far into the outfield. Drops over between second and right. And that will bring in run number 7 for the Wildcats and a base hit for Elena Driscoll. It's what? I think that's going to be ball game, folks.
Ball game.
It sure is. You heard it right there. So Wildcats take their first game here in pool play, 7-0. Once again, we'll be back tonight, 5:15. The Wildcats face off against the Reign. So we'll see you guys at 5:15. Wildcats win 7-0.